What's going on, my boxing family? It's your boy Martin, aka the Boxing Purist. Welcome once again to the Truth and Absolute channel, where I speak the truth and nothing but the truth, so help me good God Almighty. All right, y'all, how's everyone doing? If this is your first time stopping by, I appreciate you clicking on my video. Make sure that while you're here, you hit that like button or the dislike button if you don't like it. Drop a comment down below. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Let's get into this, yo. Okay, so first of all, Shakur Stevenson, do you guys believe him? Do you guys believe him? Do you believe that he's retiring? This is the thing about it. This is the thing about Shakur. I love Shakur Stevenson as a fighter. He's the type of fighter, believe it or not, I enjoy watching because although it looks boring to some, the way Shakur fights, and he's not really a knockout artist, he doesn't got a one-hitter quitter, the way that he boxes, his defense, it's his last performance, I get it, it wasn't that great. But the dude could box, and there's a reason that no one wants to fight him. That whole damn 135 to 140 division needs to stop stalling. They need to quit stalling it up. They need to just make a tournament, make all of them fight each other like they did with the 168 back with, who was it, Andre Ward, I think it was Alan Green, Mikhail Kessler, Carl Froch. I know I'm forgetting a few names. Anywho, Shakur saying that he's retiring from the sport of boxing. I'm like, okay, this can't be right. He's 26. He hasn't, although we know he has the potential to hit a stardom, he hasn't hit it yet. He has not quite got there yet because he hasn't gotten the fights. But at the same time, he's not just staying busy. If these guys are not giving you fights, stay busy with the next best guy. Whoever it may be, just fight him. Keep your name out there. Stay active. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that by doing this move, though, Shakur being Shakur, a guy that's, again, he's not a huge draw. You know, he's not a huge moneymaker. He's actually a high-risk, low-reward fighter, right? I don't think he's going to sucker anyone to a fight or make any promoter make a fight happen with him threatening to retire. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, you know, they're probably like, okay, I didn't want our guy to fight you anyways. You know, we were going to fight you, but you retired. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's trying to pull something like that. I know Shakur wants to cement his name in the world of boxing as one of the best fighters ever. He has the potential to do it. So I think sooner or later, he's going to get back in. I say in a few days or whatever, he's going to be saying something completely different, right? Anywho, did you guys see the stare down between Rolly Romero and Issac Cruz? Rolly is way bigger than that dude, and Rolly is a small dude. Yo, issac Cruz is like Wally from Disney, yo. He's a little dude, stocky little dude, and he could punch. I wouldn't say what I'm saying now in front of him, but you know what I'm saying? It was just crazy seeing the size of these two. I think that's going to be an exciting one. Thinking about that fight, it's like, we know what Rolly could do. Rolly could fight. He can make funny noises as he throws punches, but he's a fighter. He's not really a boxer inside of that ring. He could set you up. He's there to brawl with you. Or not even brawl. He's there to make it a fight, damn near close to a street fight. We know Issac Cruz comes straight forward. We know that he comes straight forward. We know that being so little, with his little Mike Tyson style that he brings in there, it's hard to hit someone like that. It can be anyway. I'm not going to knock Issac Cruz stopping Rolly. I'm not going to knock that at all. Rolly has a chance. I like the dude. He's entertaining. But the better fighter is Issac Cruz. The bigger fighter, obviously, is Rolly Romero. Anyhow, yo, Tszyu versus Kieth Thurman. Did anyone see this coming? I sure as heck didn't. I sure as hell didn't. It wasn't even talked about. It wasn't something I was thinking about just because, you know, Kieth Thurman fights and then he's gone for 3 years, you know? He fought who? I don't even remember the last guy he fought. I just remember them making it a pay-per-view event, and it wasn't worth the pay-per-view event because of the names on it, and he's been out of the game so much, and here we go again. But he's fighting Tszyu, which is interesting because I was shocked at first, but then I was like, you know what? I like this. I like the idea of this fight more and more and more. It's going to be at 154. I know that for sure. We know Kieth one-time Thurman is not the same. He's not one-time anymore. It's Kieth Thurman. After that Pac-Man fight, it's like Pac-Man took the title of one-time from him. Not because he beat him, but because Kieth Thurman never recovered up here from that Pac-Man fight, in my personal opinion, from what I see from Kieth Thurman. Tszyu is right now that guy feels as he's unbeatable. He's not cocky, but he just knows that he's in the prime of his career. He knows what he could do, and he's ready to fight everyone. You know, when people like Jermell don't fight him and go around fighting him for so long, for whatever reason it may be, it boosts people's confidence. You know, they start talking crazy. Tszyu on this one, you know, Tszyu wins, it elevates his name a little bit more. It makes a fight with him and Bud, even Spence, you could throw it out there. Jermell Charlo, a lot more appealing, a lot easier to sell, a bigger moneymaker, obviously. Now, this fight is interesting, though, because I hope that this fight is not like a... I know you guys saw Callum Smith versus Artur Beterbiev. I know you guys saw David Benavidez versus Demetrius Andrade. And it was kind of the same feel in those two fights. Although it seemed like Callum and Demetrius were having a little bit of success against Beterbiev and the Mexican monster, Benavidez, you knew it was like, it's a matter of time before he catches him. It's a matter of time before he catches him, and you knew it was going to happen. I'm wondering if Kieth, being so inactive, getting a little bit older, being in there with a young killer like Tszyu, I'm wondering, like, is it going to have that same feel? Right? I mean, I know Kieth he was once upon a time a special fighter. We don't know how he's going to look. We don't know how he's doing mentally. He might be really motivated because he finally landed a fairly big fight, you know, 154 against Tszyu, one of the top 154 guys. So I'm excited to see this one. You know what I'm saying? And reason being, it could be both good for either fighter. Keith Thurman wins. Now we're talking about him fighting Bud. Now we're talking about him fighting Spence. We're talking about these other fights now. Tszyu wins, same thing. This is one of those special fights. One of those special fights you don't see coming, but you're like, damn, I'm so glad it came. So picking a winner for that fight is kind of tough, but I'm going to go with who I feel is the better boxer, even though it seems like I was totally against him when I was talking about the fight. Keith Thurman. I'm going to go with the better boxer in this one. I tend to do that. You know what I mean? So let me know what you guys think about the fights going on, about the size difference in the face-off between Rolly and Issac Cruz. Let me know what you guys think about all of it, man. Drop a comment down below. Hit that like button or the dislike button, whatever it is. But, yo, drop a comment. I love engaging with you guys. Let's talk boxing. Much love. God bless and peace.